Hello, welcome to JQuery video tutorial. So today we are going to discuss some more on the form validation, but we are going to discuss about how you can add your own validation method if you have some custom specific logic. But before I get to that, some of you have emailed me about the last web form validation. So just to clarify some of those things, so what we used is rules and messages in the validate function, what we discussed last time. So messages allows you to specify error message, and rules are basically specify you which fields you want to validate. Now in that example, we used, I think, some min field for name equal to 2, but also there are other fields you can check, other useful fields. So let me remember, we used mean field and we use email URL, but then there are other elements, standard validation, which comes directly from the library. You don't have to code for it. So for example, date, credit card equal to, remote, so all these things. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to send me an email or put comments. Okay, so now let's get to how would you do your own validation method. Well, we call by doing this jQuery validation add method. In our validator, we put an add method, and then it takes really three things. One is the name of the validation rule. So let's say if you see, okay, let's get to an example. So here we are defining a method called select none. So let's say we have a drop down, and if the person doesn't select anything, we want to display something. So we are calling that as select none, and we are using and the next one is the function what you want to do, which is you're taking a value and element, and then we are saying if element dot value equal to none, return false, else return true. So that means that, and then this is the message which, if it returns false, gets displayed error message, which is please select an option. And how you are calling it? It's the same validate, and then in the rules we says for the field sport equal to select none equal to true. So for rest of the fields, these would be false. So for example, in our form, as you see, this is our code, and we have added a field called select sport, and then the first option, when they don't select anything, it's by default it displays none. So let's see how it works. So here again I have disabled other form logic. So here is our sport page. Okay, let me add a so select a sport. So if you don't select anything, you'll see please select an option. So this gets displayed, please select an option. And then here if you select something, then this would go away. So since I did not add logic for what happens, the form gets submitted, so that's why it was when you are submitting, nothing was happening. But I think you get the idea of how you are doing the form validation. How we are doing the adding our own validator method. So just to go over again, you call add method, and you pass three things: the rule name, the function what it does, and a message.